Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Rusty from Porky's Corner, biggest gob in sport. I've been thinking about boxers that retire, why they come back and that. Personally, I think they come back for money, but a lot of them, they just can't leave the limelight alone. They've got millions. They just want to come back just to have more millions. It's pure greed, isn't it, really? I'm going to give you 10 people here who've had millions out of job. And they keep coming back. They keep retiring and they keep coming back. In at number 10, Amir Khan. Keeps retiring, doesn't he? And coming back. And in talks to the fights and this and that. And why not just jog on? You've had millions out at job. I mean, mega millions. They can't leave it alone, can they? When you've got millions in bank, why do you want to get in ring and risk it? Hey, I can't understand why Carl Froch would want to get in ring. I know it's an exhibition if he fights Jake Paul, but why risk it anyway? Ruin your legacy. I don't know. I can understand him wanting to give Jake Paul a slap, but I'm a firm believer that once you're retired, you retire gracefully. I'm not a big Calzaghe fan because he swerved loads of people, didn't he? But he retired and he hasn't come back, has he? You've got to give that a bit of respect, haven't you? But I don't want to see people come back. Amir Khan coming back all the time. Blah, blah, blah. I just think it spoils your legacy. All these fighters here probably end up in Hall of Fame, maybe except Frank Bruno, who's number 9. But he retired and come back a couple of times, had eye problems and this and that, didn't he? Why do it? It always ends in tears, doesn't it, when you're coming back for wrong reasons. That's why I don't want the Cobras to come back. It's not worth it, I don't think. Why tarnish a fantastic, world-class, elite legacy, Hall of Famer? Why would you want to tarnish it? Giving some YouTuber a crack. I know a fighter's never retired until he's put in his coffin, really, is he? Whether he's 70 or 80, but I'm not a firm believer in people retiring then coming back, especially when they've got millions. In at number 8, Ray Leonard. He came back, didn't he? Why? He had millions, but they just couldn't leave it alone, could they? Can't leave it alone. It's that limelight they need. That's what I think. And I think Ray Leonard spoilt his record, didn't he, Ray Leonard, coming back. Hector Camacho done him and Terry Norris. You know what I mean? He had that draw with Tommy Hearns, didn't he? You know, you can't stay out at ring and then come back. You're never the same. You become normal. You become civilized. Anybody listening who's a world champion or a British champion, have a good think about that. Why show you set up for a few quid that you can't spend anyway? In at number 7, Larry the Peanut Head Holmes. He had millions in bank, business all over. He bought a building in Easton and sold it to government to do courts and all that, or magistrates, whatever they call it over there. Millionaire, multi-millionaire, multi-sufly, swimming in Cho Chai. Larry Holmes. He came back, didn't he? Look what happened. Eh? Mike Tyson iced him, but then he still kept going, didn't he? You know what I mean? It doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. But just puts more miles on the clock and you live less. You don't live as long. In at number 6, Ali. He came back, didn't he? A couple of times, didn't he? He came back for Spink's rematch and then he went missing, didn't he? Then he came back for Larry Holmes and then Trevor Burbick. You know, Ali's passed away, hasn't he? It's no good. It's no good. Joe Bugner. He kept coming back, didn't he? He went missing for years. Then Barry Epstein fetched him back, didn't he? From Australia, flew him over, him and Marlene. What was that about? Frank Bruno took care of him, though, didn't he? But he would dug up one for him. You know what I mean? Another one dug up for Bruno. But he should have just left his legacy as at what it were. He didn't win a world title, but he'd won a title today, Bugner, wouldn't he? But European champion when he got as high as that level and fought Ali, didn't he? You know, so Roy Jones in at number 4. Why don't he leave it alone, Roy? Turn it in, Roy. Turn it in, you'll get hurt, mate. Embarrassing to see you like this, Roy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But it's embarrassing. Number 3, Mike Tyson. How many comebacks has he made? And he still won't leave it alone. He's still trying to milk it, exhibitions and this and that. Proper punts, isn't he, Mike Tyson? Convicted rapist. Convicted of battering an old couple in a car on the side of the freeway as well. Went to jail for that. We all know about Teddy Atlas's niece when she was 11-year-old as well, don't we? And he was a big 16-year-old heavyweight boxer. Beast! Beast! All you Mike Tyson fans will be cursing me now, won't you? Well, you're all licking the arsehole of a beast. If you walk around the streets where I live, you'd get filled in. And most 99% at boxing fraternity would snub him, wouldn't they? They're all going about things like that, don't they? Heinous crimes and that. All I see when I see Mike Tyson, I see people hanging out the back of him. You know what they say though, don't you? Birds of a feather flock together. More on that soon. In at number 2, Tyson Fury. How many comebacks has he made? He keeps retiring, doesn't he, every other month and coming back and that. They can't leave it alone. It's attention. You've got millions in bank. Go disappear. The name of the game is to get some millions in it and get out with your brains intact. Pop, pop, bang. Some of them just can't leave it alone. It's the fame thing. But the worst one of the lot for me is Richard Hatton, aka Ricky Hatton or Ricky Fatten. He's worst one at lot for me. Coming back for that Senchenko fight, it was just for money, wasn't it? And it didn't work out that good for him, did it? You know, with Richard Poxon counting the money in the background. We all know what happened there, don't we? Pop, pop, bang. But Ricky Hatton, and I see him every other month making comebacks or on about comebacks or wanting to do exhibitions. They were knee deep in talks to do one with Robin Reed. They all shook hands on it and laughed. Pure greed. Then he went and did one with Barrera in an exhibition. It's pure greed just to milk more money from the fans. They can't leave it alone. It's a fame thing. That's all it is. Hatton's got millions, but they just want to be in the picture, don't they? Can't leave it alone. You know what I say to that? Jog on. Sick of hearing you. You're boring, Ricky Hatton. You're boring. So there you go. There's 10 people that keep going on about retiring and all that, man. Gee, what we're going to have next? Eddie Hills, the Iceman. Is he going to be coming back to add to that 6-0 tally and 4 by way of? Could he make it 7-0, 5 by way of? Will he fight Big John Fury, big fighting man, in the ring or on the hard road? Pop, pop, bang. MI5 are watching me from the moon. 200 kilo deadlifts with me cock end. You know what I mean? You know that leopard loft? I'm him. Is he going to come back? Jesus, put us out as misery. Go on, peace out. All them people asking about Terry's Take, episode 30. I put it out on July the 30th. I think I pressed it up private button by accident and I might have just knocked it today or something, but it's out, but it'll come up as July the 30th if you can't find it. My mistake. I think I put one out over day that were twice as well because I've been really busy, but Terry's Take, episode 30, that people keep asking for. Oh, that, we've heard about Terry's Take, episode 30. Well, you haven't seen it yet. You mean you want to know where it is? Well, July the 30th, if you go onto my channel, and it's there, episode 30. But from August the 1st to today, I put you 30 videos out over 3 days, all right? Because I'm going to be taking a bit of a break now. A bit of convalescence is going to be needed now. I'm going to make myself look even more prettier. Go on, peace out.